For centuries, rulers have waged wars to get their claws on a once-in-a-lifetime treasure.
The Koh-i-Noor, 105 carats, oval-shaped, and arguably the world's most famous diamond.
This 105-carat stone is considered one of the most powerful symbols of conquest. The Koh-i-Noor diamond's light is as stunning as its history.
Some believe that an ominous curse looms over this diamond, with its entangled, dark, and blood-soaked history.
Carries with it legacy, carries with it death, devastation, beauty. It carries with it a curse because of its sheer history of death and deprivation.
And once more, the diamond has sparked division and drama among nations. And this time it's Great Britain's Charles and Camilla who are at the heart of the conflict. Traveling back thousands of years, we find ourselves transported to an ancient diamond mine in India. Amidst the warm sand, diligent hands fervently excavate for treasures. For within this region, where ancient riverbeds have carried forth precious stones, lies the potential to unearth magnificent diamonds of immense value. And on this fateful day, the persistent digger shall reap remarkable reward. For as if by fate, his grasp embraces an unbelievably colossal diamond. Little does he know that this very gem, many years later, will become the focal point of an extraordinary royal saga. Skipping ahead to the autumn of 2022, outside the gates of Buckingham Palace in the heart of London, Britain's new king and queen step out of a shiny, polished black car. A multitude has congregated here, drawn by the historic occasion of witnessing the country's new king ascend the throne, an unprecedented transition for many. Additionally, it serves as an opportunity to pay homage to Queen Elizabeth, who peacefully passed away a mere 2 days prior.
And so King Charles straight to the public to greet the people who have been waiting for so long, to exchange a few words with them as he arrives here at Buckingham Palace. King Charles III.
Her shoes are of such magnitude that their filling seems nearly insurmountable. Queen Elizabeth II, the revered mother, reigned as queen for 70 years. But in the midst of all the mourning, it is universally understood that the monarchy, the British monarchy, must carry on. Simultaneously, preparations for a funeral and a coronation are underway. The coronation, a time-honored tradition in Great Britain, traces its roots back over 800 years of grand ceremonies held at Westminster Abbey. And now, a new coronation takes center stage. Amidst this flurry of events, a storm began to brew. The focus was a precious gemstone that had long been held by the British royal family, now causing apprehension as its potential role in the upcoming coronation came under scrutiny. The diamond in question was no ordinary gem. It had been excavated from the sands of India thousands of years ago and stood as one of the world's most infamous diamonds, resembling a walnut in size. Moreover, its tarnished history, seen by many as a potent symbol of British imperialism, added another layer of complexity to the unfolding narrative. The diamond's whereabouts in the centuries following its discovery in India remain a mystery. But we have precise records dating back to 1635, revealing its definitive location at that time. In a bygone kingdom that spanned present-day India and Pakistan, reigned a wealthy and influential monarch, King Shah Jahan. Renowned for his lavishness, he not only constructed numerous palaces and landmarks such as the Taj Mahal, but also commissioned a remarkable throne unlike any other. Dubbed the Peacock Throne, this opulent masterpiece surpassed even the Taj Mahal in value, standing as arguably the world's most exorbitant piece of furniture, priced 4 times higher than the iconic monument itself. It was a magnificent spectacle, an immense throne that transcended the concept of a mere seat, resembling a grand pavilion, with gilded surfaces and adorned with diamonds, rubies, emeralds, and pearls. And at its pinnacle gleamed the crowning jewel, the largest and most prominent diamond of all, the Koh-i-Noor. For an extended period, the grand diamond embellished the throne. But tales of the magnificent seat and its treasures resonated throughout Asia and the Middle East. And in 1738, the diamond was relocated amidst a full-scale invasion initiated by a Persian king. That king was Nader Shah, famously known by historians as the Napoleon of Persia. The Persian king, driven by his fervor, conquered Delhi in India, yet it became evident that their intentions surpassed mere territorial conquest and the bloodshed of sword fights. They carried with them, back to their homeland in present-day Iran and Afghanistan, an array of plundered treasures. To accomplish this feat, it took them 6 weeks to melt the vast amount of gold, facilitating easier transportation. A staggering procession of 700 elephants, 4,000 camels, and 12,000 horses was employed to convey the entirety of the plunder. Amidst this elaborate caravan was, of course, the illustrious peacock throne and the diamond. The diamond transitioned from adorning the throne to gracing a bracelet, and it is believed that it was during this period it acquired its Persian name, Koh-i-Noor, meaning mountain of light. Throughout the following 2 centuries, the diamond exchanged hands amid wars, violent coup attempts, heinous assassinations, and acts of reconciliation. During this tumultuous period, it embarked on a remarkable journey, finding itself in the possession of one influential ruler after another, in the region that would eventually encompass Iran, Afghanistan, and Pakistan. Due to its ever-changing ownership, the Koh-i-Noor diamond garnered a notorious reputation for bringing misfortune to its possessors. Legend had it that those who possessed the diamond would witness the eventual downfall of their kingdoms. But despite the belief that the diamond would carry a curse upon its owners, its value remained unscathed among the ambitious. The gem, a timeless symbol of greatness, retained its undeniable allure. The Koh-i-Noor continued its journey, this time finding its way back to India. In the middle of the 19th century, a child king inherited the precious gem from his powerful father. And at the same time, strangers from distant shores emerged onto the stage, adding an intriguing twist to the narrative. With a young king occupying the throne in northern India and Pakistan, the opportune moment had arrived. Following a war and subsequent seizure of the territories under the boy's rule, they imprisoned his mother and forced him into surrendering the diamond as ransom. This act of child robbery stirred considerable controversy, even during that era. An official contract was drawn up, stipulating the transfer of the diamond from the boy to Queen Victoria, and subsequently he was sent into exile. Now that the East India Company had acquired the splendid gemstone, it embarked on a journey across the seas to a new continent. However, even during the voyage, the ominous curse associated with the diamond seemed to take hold. Countless storms ravaged the ship, and a devastating cholera outbreak claimed the lives of a significant portion of the crew. Nevertheless, in the summer of 1850, following a 6-month voyage, the Koh-i-Noor ultimately arrived in England and was ceremoniously bestowed upon Queen Victoria amid a lavish celebration. Subsequently, the public had the extraordinary opportunity to behold this magnificent diamond at a highly anticipated exhibition. In London, the stage was set for the illustrious Great Exhibition. taking place within a magnificent crystal palace, a glass palace erected in Hyde Park at the heart of the city. The occasion granted the diamond a significant and prominent position. Scores of individuals from Great Britain and across Europe travelled to behold the splendid diamond within the Crystal Palace. Yet a single predicament loomed large. Much to the annoyance of the royal family, the people's admiration fell short. Though one of the world's largest and renowned diamonds, it failed to evoke the same awe among Europeans as anticipated. The solution was to bring in a group of the world's best diamond cutters from the Netherlands. Their expertise was sought to unleash the diamond's true brilliance and maximize its captivating allure. The skilled artisans embarked on a mission to refine its surfaces, resulting in a reduction in size. The diamond underwent a remarkable transformation, shrinking from the dimensions of an egg to that of a walnut. Nonetheless, it persisted as one of the world's largest diamonds. Queen Victoria cherished it dearly, adorning her lavish dresses with its radiant presence for numerous years. Upon Queen Victoria's demise after her lengthy reign, the diamond transitioned from being her personal possession to joining a magnificent and vast collection comprising several thousand diamonds, rubies, pearls, and other precious stones. These precious gems adorned crowns, jewellery, and various ceremonial objects utilized by the British royals during momentous occasions, collectively forming the illustrious British crown jewels. The Koh-i-Noor was inherited and affixed to new crowns with each successive coronation of a queen. Thus, the diamond passed from Queen Alexandra to Queen Mary, and eventually to Queen Elizabeth's mother, also named Elizabeth, upon her coronation in 1937.
And with a flashing of breastplates and the clatter of hooves, the moment has come. The moment that the whole world is waiting and watching for. Outside the abbey, the crowds are dazzled by the glitter of gold and jewels, as first the little princesses and the Princess Royal arrive. Meanwhile, inside, 8,000 guests have already been assembled for over 2 hours. And at the door, the Earl Marshal of England, the Duke of Norfolk, is waiting to receive their majesties.
Why the diamond exclusively passed to women is a subject of speculation. It is conceivable that the fabled curse associated with the diamond played a role in their decision-making. After all, historical accounts suggest that the diamond's male possessors faced the brunt of its wrath, while women remained seemingly untouched. But the inheritance of the diamond within the British royal family did not elicit unanimous joy. India, in particular, harboured discontent, asserting that it was neither the rightful property of the royal family nor Great Britain. Historically originating from India and having been taken from the young king during the 1800s, India held a claim to its rightful ownership. The initial requests to reclaim the diamond emerged when India gained independence from Great Britain after the Second World War, and once again during the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II in 1953. However, the British staunchly held their position and firmly declined the appeals. In the mid-1970s, Pakistan entered the fray, vying for the return of the diamond. They dispatched an official letter to the Prime Minister of Great Britain, asserting their claim. They argued that the kingdom from which the diamond originated encompassed present-day Pakistan, in addition to India, of which they were once a part. Furthermore, they viewed the diamond as a symbolic balm, providing some solace for the wounds inflicted during their years as a repressed colony under British rule. But the answer was a resounding no. In 2002, during the funeral procession of Queen Elizabeth's mother, the British people had the opportunity to see the contentious diamond in public once more. Resting upon the coffin of the Queen Mother, adorned with flags and delicate white roses atop a plush purple velvet cushion, rested the crown, and affixed to the front of the crown gleamed the Koh-i-Noor.
Borne by 8 soldiers of the Irish Guards, the Queen Mother's coffin left the Queen's Chapel at St James's Palace, where her body has lain for days. It was draped in her personal standard, topped with a single wreath, and surmounted by the crown she wore at the coronation of her husband, King George VI, 65 years ago.
Following the funeral, the crown was returned to its place of exhibition in the Tower of London, safeguarded by stringent security measures. Nonetheless, India persistently voiced their desire for the diamond's repatriation. They often invoked the argument that Great Britain, as an imperialist and at times ruthless colonial power, had unjustly appropriated treasures and resources from the nations it once governed. In 2010, when a fresh demand arose, Britain's newly elected Prime Minister David Cameron, during a visit to India, replied,
"If you say yes to one, you suddenly find the British Museum will be empty." I'm afraid to say, to disappoint all of you, I'm afraid it's going to have to stay put.
Despite the continued requests, particularly from India, the UK firmly kept their position. But on a momentous date in 2022, the political pressure would go into another gear. The day every Briton knew would eventually arrive had finally dawned. The Queen was no more. Within a mere 24 hours of her passing, the demands began pouring in. Calls to abolish the monarchy resonated, with some nations like Australia and Canada considering severing ties with the British monarchy. Nevertheless, the most heated debate revolved around the Koh-i-Noor diamond.
If you ask the average person in India, what do you think about the British Raj? It often comes down to that building behind me and to one single diamond, which is the Koh-i-Noor.
They stole it from the Persian Empire. The Persian Empire invaded the Mughal Empire.
No, it represents colonization and bloodshed. Give it back to India.
Amidst the loud voices, the demand for the diamond's return intensified, resonating particularly from many Indians, Pakistanis, and Afghans. The sentiment was clear. It was time to break free from the shackles of the old imperialism. The diamond, once a symbol of bold oppression for India and other former British colonies, now represented the ultimate expression of defiance. If the royal family still used the gem in the coronation, it would be the biggest of all time. Amidst the raging debate, Charles and Camilla found themselves trapped in a real dilemma. Was there a solution that wouldn't incite further divisions among different groups? Should they relinquish it? But to whom? Who had the greater claim to the diamond? Alternatively, they could retain it and adhere to tradition, using it for the coronation. On the other hand, abstaining from its use might be perceived as a display of cowardice. As the British royal house deliberated over which path to pursue, the world waited in suspense. Then in February, a press release from the royal house brought the long-awaited news that a resolution had been reached.
Now, Buckingham Palace says the Koh-i-Noor diamond will not be used in the coronation. Instead, Camilla, the Queen Consort, will be crowned with Queen Mary's crown, which has been taken out of the Tower of London to be resized for the May 6th coronation.
A sensible solution. Furthermore, Camilla would not receive a new crown, unlike previous queens. Instead, she chose to repurpose Queen Mary's old crown, a practical decision that saved substantial expenses during a challenging economic period for Great Britain.
Apparently, to avoid a diplomatic row, we're told, Camilla the Queen Consort won't be wearing the controversial Koh-i-Noor diamond.
The tale of Koh-i-Noor raises pertinent questions about the origins of the Crown House's wealth. It prompts inquiries about the provenance of other crown jewels. What were the sources and who truly owns them? The British royal house now faces the imperative to contemplate these matters as they move forward. Balancing considerations between the present and the past eras becomes crucial in navigating the complexities of the times that lie ahead.